to a single midnight. Think twice about the motherfucking quick knock. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes where they go running high, that we don't wanna lie when the union arrives. And street lights shining, you know my time's arriving. Out when it's dark cause we midnight vibing. Midnight driving, cruising by flying. Living so fast, never think about dying. Pulls up in the dark and we hang out with the Batman. Scars on my knuckles cause we fucking with the Wolfgang. Switchblade shining, night bright wildin'. Stars in my eyes when the moonlight shines in. Murder rap on my first track. Killing shit cause I've been begging. Suicide on the second, I don't care, just accept it. Knife swipe and get doomed. Switchblade coming soon. Chill satisfied when we holler to the fucking moon. Still shut bright lights, spot, make it eyes one, shut down, slice with the right swap. Blood on my fist, knife test on my wrist, moonshine off the blade, just cruising through the mist. Middle of midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knock. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes where they go running high, that we don't wanna lie when the union arrives. And a little bit of midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knock. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes where they...
And the bitch slap! The balls of steel followed by the bitch slap. Tornado, Irish whip, crisscrossing. Look out! Oh! Carlson with the big bouncy.
So good.
Oh, what a bitch slap on Marino!
Smack the shit out of Marino.
Smack the shit out of Marina. You think wrestling's real? How could this be
Chrissy
fake?
Rivera may have something to say about this.
It's in his fucking chest, dude. It's serious shit. The crowd's clapping with him.
Oh, they're loving it. Even the refs loving it.
I don't get what the refs do in there.
I don't know. This is not. There's no way this is fake.
Oh dear Christ. God damn. That guy's going to hell.
Holy crap.
Are we live here?
We are live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Crowded Room podcast. I'm Alex. He's Jerry. You're meeting us once again from the beautiful city of Prince George, British Columbia. On what is even the day? It's the June 29th. It's the first time it's been June 29th this year.
Almost July.
Yeah.
Almost made it.
We're almost through the Pride Month. Are you going to miss it?
I forgot it was
You're
even
gonna
happening.
miss it, yeah. Oh, well. Do we got another one, Andrew?
Pull me out and move.
The window puncher, right?
It's like,
You can
she's
tell
like,
he's
"Honey."
like, fuck, I broke my hand.
yeah.
Oh, my hand is broken.
Honey, that's how you broke your hand last time. Let's go.
Oh, they're in Canada. You can see the little flag on the back of his truck. And that is how you embarrass the shit out of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. That was
I've
awesome.
never-
Window puncher. What's awesome is I saw how you had that down as window puncher without seeing the video or
You know
thumbnail.
what it was.
I knew
Yeah.
exactly what that was. I saw it the other day. That's so funny.
What was his intent? He was gonna break the window and keep punching the guy.
Well, I think he probably saw the other online video where Buddy actually does break the window and then walks away
with his fist.
Yeah, dude, just boom. Yeah.
Fuck me. I don't think I could do that. I would do an elbow, and I'd still be like, "What am I doing here?" Like, even if you were gone, like pissed, mad, and shit.
I wonder if it's like opened a bit, if that makes it easier to break. Maybe that was why.
Maybe it was probably compromised to begin with.
But this guy pulls, or like it's like road rage. He pulls over. He goes up to the guy's window. He's like, "You gonna cut me off with my fucking kids in the car?" And the guy's filming. He's like, "Oh," and then he's just like, boom! Like it doesn't even look like a punch. It looks like a backhand and just like some kung fu shit. It's like boom, and just breaks the
Right.
window. He's like, "Fuck you," and just leaves.
He probably had something in his hand or something.
Dude, it was his bare fist. I swear. Yeah, And
That's
Buddy-
insane. So
Buddy's
this guy's just got butter fists or something.
And then Buddy films himself after, just covered in glass and shit. It's awesome.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I've never been in a car when it broke, but someone broke my car once to steal a wallet, and it shatters like it shatters in a way that it doesn't make big shards to fuck you up. So it's all little beads of glass everywhere.
Fair enough.
It's designed to shatter that way. Yeah.
I've never been in a vehicle when that stuff broke, so I've never been in an accident like that.
Yeah, because if it broke into giant pane chunks like your
You
house
just
windows
get
would,
so messed up.
you would get a giant chunk in the side of
lacerations.
your
Yeah,
neck,
it'd
right?
kill you,
So it's
made
got to
possible.
shatter like that. Yeah.
Ugh, crazy.
Yeah.
So we got one more intro video to
One more intro
set
video.
the stage.
If you wait, it's going to be really too late to protect your child. I'm strongly recommending for adolescents to get their 2 doses of vaccine and
Right.
fully immunized after those 2 doses. This is going to be a long-lasting vaccine. We're seeing that 2 doses is
I can
not
trust
holding
them.
up well.
Oh, shit.
You need that 3rd immunization. 2 mRNA vaccines were always a 3-dose vaccine. A 4th immunization, just to keep them.
Even
to
Buddy
keep
on
them
Don
CNN.
Lemon.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
is
Don
doing
Lemon's
much better.
usually
If you
like
get a
for
booster,
all
You're going to need
this.
a 3rd booster as well. If
It looks as though the boosters are not holding up quite as well as we'd like. What's going to happen is every, few months, we may need another booster.
no.
You gotta call now.
If you wait, it's
It restarted, did it not?
That's the guy who's supposed to go on the Joe Rogan and debate
He's-
RFK, and he's just skirting the issue hard.
So it's up to like 2.6 million or something. He can get paid if he actually goes and does it.
No, he doesn't
Or
get paid. It
his
goes to charity.
Yeah, he doesn't
right?
get the money.
The problem is he's already regarded by the mainstream as the science, right? Why would I put my title up for grabs in a debate? Why would I compete when everyone already thinks that I'm the be all end all?
They'll make him look stupid.
What it is? He's actually a podiatrist. He does
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician. There you go. Podiatrist is a foot doctor.
You got to know this. You're having a kid.
Yeah. Well, I had half the word, damn it. But no. He doesn't do feet. He does kids. Trust me. And,
Take your kids to fucking
to the foot doctor.
for a pedicure.
I swear he's sick, dude. Help him. But yeah. So hopefully he does pull his socks up and go and debate, or at least suggest somebody who could go do that, right?
Yeah, have select a champion to fight in your stay or in your spot. I mean.
Like it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. That guy's kind of creeping the shit out of me, to be honest with you. But who knows? He could be secretly the smartest guy in the world, and he'll smack RFK around with some knowledge.
Yeah, the problem is RFK just has a hard time talking.
Not so
But
much.
I think he'll still school him.
Not like I heard him on a podcast probably 2 years ago. He did Theo Vaughn's, and it was literally rough. Like it sounded like one of those smoker guys that had to hold the box up to their larynx. Yeah, like how are you? But nowadays he's actually got a pretty good command of his vocal cords.
Yeah.
He just did Bill Maher. He just did a ton of like 5 or 6 different podcasts, Breaking Points, Joe Rogan. And sat there with no problem, talked the whole time. He's doing so many news things right now. He's flooding the market with
He's really getting himself out there.
you would call it a campaign run he's doing right now, right?
Kinda.
He's doing more than anyone else.
It's kind of like putting in the work before like the campaign time starts, I guess. Or
It
has
is. No, it
started?
is. Yeah, they
Is it
do it
going
for
already?
like 2 years in America.
I thought it's just 1 year or something.
No,
But, yeah.
well, Donald
Either
Trump's
way,
been
it's-
doing it for 6 months so far, and it's almost
Fair enough.
the election's next November.
I should have noticed when Forbes started posting all these Donald Trump things. I was like, oh, Forbes is in
Yeah.
on this? And
And Biden's just came out and said, "I'm not going to debate." He didn't even say that. His party said that.
that's the thing is, what's he going to say? He can barely talk.
Dude, if he doesn't debate, and he wins, it's going to be insane. Like you didn't try. Nobody likes you. His rating is the lowest out of anybody running right now.
Well, that's why they're trying to put Trump in prison right now.
Yeah.
They waited till now for a reason. Like
Because they think Trump is the big
oh yeah.
offense against him and stuff. But RFK is only getting better and better. Trump's endorsing him.
Well, if they get
making them all look bad.
yeah, so if Trump does get put away, or this court case does affect him, maybe RFK will be the one to take his spot and take over that country.
Maybe.
Or win the election, I should say. Take over sounds like like a dictator.
Yeah. Well, they are. They're all dictators,
Yeah.
honestly. There's no real difference between this government and any other government. They're all just the strongest gang in town.
Well, there's no better dictator than, if they're all dictators, then Trudeau's got to be the best one.
Yeah, no, he's definitely the shiniest hair one for sure.
I got a video to go with that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play
It's
something.
at the top of everything I sent there, Andrew. It's called Tucker versus Trudeau. This was,
Right. I have no idea what we're in for here. Let's see. Oh, when he's on
It's
full
like
set.
real hate. What do you think about him?
Well, he's grotesque. I mean, he's not even like he's like Joe Biden. He's not even. I'm not mad at Justin Trudeau or whatever we're calling him. He's not even a real person.
If that's even
he's
your
like
real
a living
name.
metaphor, like our president. He is a repository for this weird. It's not even left or right, Democrat or Republican. It's so much bigger than that.
He's a puppet.
It's this weird techno-based anti-human politics whose main message is you don't matter. Your life doesn't matter at all.
Mm-hmm.
And what matters instead is like obeying the people who are actually in charge, which is not heads of state, right? It's huge companies, honestly.
Banks.
Yeah.
It's huge companies. And that's just like, who's the prime minister of England? Do you even know? No, we've had like
Boris
9 in the
guy?
past.
It was
No,
Boris
is
Johnson,
gone.
yeah.
Right, exactly. That's
It's
the
some
point.
woman, right? It's a lady.
100 years ago, England was the most powerful country in the world, largest empire in human history. And now it's like, who's the prime minister again? It doesn't matter. They'll get another one next month. These things no longer, we're looking at it the wrong way. What matters is the ideas and who's propagating them. And it's an international group of companies and rich people. And Justin Trudeau is just a vessel for their ambitions.
Mhm.
He doesn't believe anything. Justin Trudeau, if he thought, it would be advantageous to him to push Nazism or Marxism, it doesn't even matter. Like none of these things are real. It's just about control.
Yeah.
And the way you control people is by convincing them. This is like your classic kind of alcoholic parent thing, convincing them that they're worthless and they don't deserve better. Like, shut up. Who cares what you think? We don't want to hear what you have to say.
Right.
Your ambitions to like make enough money to send your kids to summer camp or retire happily, like that's irrelevant. Like, shut up. You don't deserve it. Go kill yourself. And so they break people's spirits. So I'm telling the truth, and I can tell that that I am.
He's from Canada too.
Right. But it's happening in the United States too. I'm not just singling out Canada here at all. It's happening all over the West in every English-speaking country, Australia, New Zealand.
Mhm.
These were real countries like 5 years ago. They're not anymore.
Yeah.
And the people have been broken. Their spirit has been broken. And if you watch this, you're like, why would Australians allow their government to put people in concentration camps, which they did? That's real.
They were even more pussy than Canadians. no?
Completely.
Yeah.
And like, where's the Australian spirit? Like wrestling alligators? Isn't this a country of ex-cons? It was a penal colony. Like, where's their spirit? Well, it's gone. It's totally broken. You know?
They took
Yeah.
their guns away
It's like-
fucking 40 years ago, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, they haven't had guns for a long time because they had a really bad mass shooting, and they're like, all right, no more guns. Only criminals get guns now.
Right.
It must be a lot harder to get guns. Actually, maybe not. Like here, they just get smuggled across the border. Over there, they have to like come in from overseas
On a boat, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, there's so much shoreline that a boat can land anywhere.
And there's so much corruption. There's no way that there's not some big mafia group that's paying a dock to like look the other way
Right.
or something, right?
Still, it's very sad that they can't even own like a long rifle or something to defend their property from coyotes.
Well,
What are
actually,
they supposed to do?
Yeah, you might be wrong there because there are people who are allowed to go and kill boars. They just drive down the fucking. Someone was telling me that you drive down these roads near the train tracks or something, and like You just shoot at boars, like just killing boars because they're like
on their
they're
own
everywhere.
property or
no,
for
no,
the government?
No, it's like a job.
Yeah,
and like,
it's a job where you're hired for the. I'm sure the cops carry guns too, right?
yeah. Do they? Yeah.
I don't
guess they
know,
would.
but I'm sure like if you work for the government, you get special.
Well, in the
privileges.
UK, I don't think the cops carry guns, and there's no guns
Just
there.
those billy clubs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure in the UK, that's why they get so many stabbings.
Oh,
because they don't have, they're not allowed to do
the
any
murder
guns either.
rate, the assault rate never went down when they banned guns. Like the same amount of people kept dying. If someone wants to kill someone, they're going to kill someone. Doesn't matter if they have a gun; they'll find a knife. Everyone has a knife in their house. Like,
yeah, and it's just such a small spot. I'm sure if you counted country to country, or what's the word, per capita or something, we get so many stabbings too.
oh yeah, but it's not like the UK. The UK has a crazy amount of stabbings. Like, if the United States if they're worried about gun violence there, they should like. It's the same numbers over there with knife violence. They should be worried about the knife pandemic down there. They're up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Epidemic.
Yeah,
there we go. Pandemic means it's across the entire like world. I
Oh,
think.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, like you said, we have our own stabbings here too.
Yeah. Yeah, you
So-
don't hear about it so much around here. Like I know people do get stabbed, but it's probably suppressed. And then
Yeah.
we have a lot more people getting shot by accident, like hunting accidents, right? Which they don't have because they don't have guns.
I feel like more people get attacked by wildlife than we have like stabbings and shootings around here,
Yeah.
We really, I mean, maybe I'm just out of the loop. I just, maybe I don't hear about it, but like
Well, the thing is, you don't hear about it because they don't find the bodies. People
Around
just
here,
go.
yeah.
We call them missing people,
they just
right?
go missing. Yeah. Fair
And
enough.
then you're, we're gonna go do a search party and whatnot. But like, you never find anything. You just rule it as they got lost, but they probably got eaten by a goddamn wolf or something.
And that's just it. If you do leave someone out there or someone like what doesn't matter how a person dies out there, there's plenty of animals to come and just eat them.
Yeah, and like everything, leave no trace behind.
Yeah, exactly. Would it show up in the feces? Anything?
Oh, I'm sure, but then you got to go start looking for piles of shit,
And then that would like decompose probably a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
and it's only
gone.
for the first couple shits they take. After that, No, I don't know. We're just talking dumb.
Yeah. What do you got next? You got some.
You could play us this valedictorian speech. See what this guy has to say. It's a bit small, but this guy tries to stick it to his school, and then they cut his mic.
Oh yeah.
Everyone gets pissed.
The title of class president could more accurately be class party planner, and student council's main obligation is to paint signs every week. Despite some of the outstanding people in our school, the lack of a real student government, combined with the authoritative attitude that a few teachers, administrators, and board members have, prevents students from truly developing as leaders. Hopefully, this will change.
They're like, oh, you want to talk shit on us? So to make valedictorian, you have to get the best grades of your entire
Yeah. Oh, I know how that works. Yeah. So for them to cut.
school-
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just like your most intelligent kid is telling you guys suck. Like you don't want to listen to him. They're like,
you don't get to
he's
say
making
that.
us look bad. Well, it's because
That
he's
makes
being.
him look worse, though, to cut the mic.
You know what's funny is like most of his teachers and probably his principal and everyone that he has to deal with at that school, probably none of them made valedictorian. He's probably smarter than
Yeah,
all
right.
of them.
And he just gets like he's talking about authoritarian kind of overrule, and he
And
gets
then-
his mic cut. It's a little ironic. I don't know.
No,
What do we got? Oh, we got Sasha in the mix. Thank you, Sasha,
oh,
for
really?
showing up and leaving a goddamn
Good evening,
comment.
Sasha.
We really appreciate it here
Well,
at the Crowded Room podcast.
Sasha, if you're watching, I got one for you. Woke equals racist, Andrew. It's in the bottom half of what I sent. Woke equals racist. There it is. Right below your cursor.
Oh, there we go.
Right there. Oh, one more down. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'll number him next time. At least I sent him to the Discord
Yeah,
this
you
time.
did. You did good.
I tried.
Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
Roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
Ugh, you know that taco place is white owned?
White people should be making white foods like Kraft macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist.
You know, we just kicked a guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding. When me and Brad...
God damn, that was a clever skit.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that. That's familiar as shit, but that was awesome. It really fits today's news with the Supreme Court justices turning over affirmative action.
That's right, with the colleges.
Michael Obama came out today tweeting how this is abhorrent. We need to lift up our fellow community members because black people can't do this on their own. While she tweets this from her $1 million mansion.
Yeah.
As a black person.
Yep.
Right. It's just kind of ironic that nobody is really calling for this. That is the guy getting called on. Right. And not only that, if you do get called on, people, I don't personally think that people look at them like, oh, you only got hired because you're black, but they could feel that people think that. Right, well, and that doesn't have to be true or not, but that's still like probably, I can't speak for them, but probably a feeling that follows them throughout their education is people think I'm only here because I'm black because they're letting in X number of black people.
Yeah, fair enough. What was that white blonde girl's name that made that post?
She's a no name for sure, but I'm sure I could find it here.
And she said, "Black people will never succeed under, or not a single black person can succeed under."
Yeah. I'll pull it up in 2 seconds.
It's really racist
here.
What she said. I don't think she meant to sound that racist, but it's kind of like that woke versus racism thing.
Basically, she said no black person can succeed in a merit-based society. And that's why we need affirmative action. And that was unintentionally the most racist thing. Her name is Erica Marsh.
Erica Marsh. She is unintentionally the most racist person.
Yeah. Right. Her tweet, today's Supreme Court decision is direct attack on black people. No black person will be able to succeed in a merit-based system, which is exactly why affirmative action-based programs were needed. Today's decision is a travesty, says a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl.
I mean... She knows.
That worked for Obama's administration. That personally saw to it that black people succeeded in a merit-based system. But either way, you get to bitch and complain if you got a Twitter handle.
Well, there has been times in history where you do need to have affirmative action. Like there's a time where we kind of had to force people to like not be racist a little bit.
Well,
that's kind of why we are. That's kind of where we are. Why we are where we are now.
There's a time when, literally written into the law, black people weren't allowed to buy a house in a certain neighborhood.
Yeah,
and that's why you see a ton of black people in impoverished neighborhoods, even if they do fine, they have a good job, because they probably inherited that house from their parents who weren't allowed to buy a nice house in a nice neighborhood. Right. Whereas these people that were born into white families that probably were afforded an education, were paid for, were raised with two parents in a household and all this, they inherited their parents' house, which was in the nice neighborhood. Right.
Yeah.
And now you're going, what? You can buy a house here all you want. But it's literally like they started halfway up the ladder, and then they're like, "Why aren't you climbing?"
I understand, and that's what I'm saying. Affirmative action like had its place for sure in the past, whereas like them taking it away now, like I'm not going to say whether it's right or wrong, but like, I don't think it's the end of the world. You know, like, I don't think it's, they're talking about it like it's so sinister, like it's this racist move. I don't think it is. I think the
rules of the game were written by horribly racist assholes that wanted to keep black people down. So there is a good argument for affirmative action.
And there definitely was a good argument in the past.
Well, it could still be here because we still live in this system that was created by those racist assholes. Like I said, not everybody starts at the same starting point, right? So now the one argument that I heard today that really goes against that is, what about the people who, the black people who really worked hard, earned everything, and then still are looked at like you only have that because you're affirmative hire or something. They get as much money as they ever would have got, but for some reason people look down on them.
Yeah,
right.
And
what
you know what?
What about the Don Lemons?
I guess that's going to be something that just like comes with this change, and it's, you know, in the next generation, it won't be looked at like that. It'll be like, oh, well, my dad was able to do this,
so. And every generation might be a little better.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think that's how it works.
We're still playing the game written by those racist assholes.
But a lot of the, for sure.
You're right. Because we sit here and go, hey, we're equal now, doesn't mean that you're not appreciating the value of what your parents did before you were ever even born, and they're not suffering the value of what happened to their parents before they were ever born, right?
Yeah.
Just because today we're like, oh, what we changed the rules, right? But no, we're still playing on the same board.
Well, you know, in like the 60s and 70s, like you could have a store and be like, no blacks allowed. So affirmative action made it so they couldn't do that. And so
no blacks are allowed to start a business in this neighborhood.
There you go. Yeah. Or live in a neighborhood. Yeah. So like affirmative action took care of those things to a certain extent. There's still going to be people or ways people find.
Yeah. And to say that it took care of that and we're all over and done and behind us now
I'm not saying that.
A lot. I don't think you're saying that, but to say that is overstepping a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for the same reason that nobody flipped the board over and said, okay, we're starting at 0.
Yeah.
Let's do Mad Max and what's it, like a musical chairs real quick for who lives where.
But I mean, like in the 60s and 70s, if something like that happened, they took away affirmative action back then, I could see it a lot more as like a malicious attack. Whereas like now I think like, you know what? I bet you there was politicians back then fighting for that back then. There's probably racist ass politicians that like wanted to get rid of stuff like that.
I'm sure there still are racist ass politicians who only got their job because their parents had the job before them.
Oh yeah, and that's a big thing. Yeah.
In a time like we're talking about that was very suppressive. So those people get to make the laws and stuff now and rewrite the rules. There's still a lineage of those racist assholes that we're talking about.
And it's very possible that it was them that took that away.
Yeah. Well, just like we're talking about Trudeau and he's not actually caring about any of his policies he's setting forth. He's just trying to perpetrate the system that got him in, the system that birthed him with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy that since I don't know about you, but since I was in high school, it's like, it's just common knowledge. Everyone always says, oh, well, the president, the prime minister, they're just a puppet. There's someone behind, there's a group behind them that tells them what to do.
But
and with no evidence back then, you know, whereas there's a lot more evidence now. But,
whether or not
it's just crazy how long we've known this.
And I'll say that I do believe that. Whether or not you believe that, you're still playing this game with everyone. And whether or not you vote, someone's going to get voted into office.
I know.
Right? So it's like, it's cynicism to think like, oh, this is all useless. He's a puppet and, you know, the deep state is going to rule no matter who we vote in. That might be true, but it's cynicism to sit there and be like, I'm not going to vote because this is stupid.
Yeah. I think when we were younger, it was weird. There was a time when things changed. When we were younger, it's almost like they tried to suppress that information. Mm-hmm. Especially when the internet was young and we were all just getting used to it. And like, you know, there wasn't a lot of information getting shared. Like there was, but you had to know exactly what website to go to, you know, and you probably had to find that in one magazine, you know?
Yeah.
But,
you had to dig your heels in the ground and believe one newspaper basically.
So I think once a lot of like damning information started to get out, I feel like that's when we got into the age of disinformation and misinformation where they just, it's really disinformation. They put they almost like normalize the idea that like, they are puppets. And it's like everybody knows that. And it's like common knowledge. But at the same time, you can't like really prove it. You know, there's no like hard evidence that everybody knows. You know, it's just something we know, but we still play the game, and it comes back to Tucker being like breaking people, like making them think like, no, you're not worthy of this. Like, no, this is the system you live in, and it's normal. Yeah. Oh, it's a funny thing. It's like, it's not as punishing as like Tucker made it sound, but it's more just like, haha, no, we just nonchalantly live in this system and play this, like run on this little wheel. And that's the way I
could be wrong. Disinformation is just lying. Right, like you're wrong.
You're
about
putting
what you're
out
saying.
disinformation.
Misinformation is you're saying stuff that I don't personally like to hear. Or believe in.
Lying is misinformation.
Okay, I had it backwards. Then.
Disinformation is when if you wanted to do disinformation, it's like putting out a bunch of information. Some of it's right, some of it's wrong, and now I don't know what to choose.
Yeah,
that's disinformation.
Either way, it's not. It's a new term. This wasn't around until very recently.
No, it's just been popularized now. I think I remember that term. Okay. They just didn't have that in Burns Lake. That word wasn't invented.
I don't know. I'm sure they had one and not the other because I don't know if they're both there, and I don't really.
There's a few words that don't make it to Burns Lake, and that's one of them, I guess.
Sure.
All right, what do we got next? Let's see here. Toxic train crashes on bridges. What's with that?
What do you mean? That's your thing.
Yeah, I know. So you want to play that one, Andrew?
I have no clue what you're saying.
This one I put on there a couple weeks ago, and it's weird. Since then, another one's happened. I don't have a video for it.
Coincidence to report on. 10 barges have detached from their tugboat and are pinned against an Ohio River dam. And guess what?
Emergency management officials say one barge is carrying 1,400 tons of methanol.
That's right, 1,400 tons of a highly toxic substance are sinking into the Ohio River in Louisville. Please take precautions if you live in the area and test your water before drinking and bathing in it. May God help us all.
So, it's so weird how many trains are crashing on bridges and doing this. Like, it's kind of a coincidence that I'm pretty sure like 3 of them have happened in the last month. And it's always like hitting like a big river. You know, it's like they're trying to pollute the area so they can like, because remember,
maybe the chickens are coming home to roost after you've built so many plants and have such a demand that you need to transport this stuff all over the world.
For sure, but
it was just bound to happen anyways.
But it's not just like train crashes. It just seems like in the last like couple of years, just all these chemical spills.
Especially last year, there was a ton of trains going off left and right.
And we talked about in one of the past podcasts, like a lot of these new environmental laws they're putting out, they can seize any land that they deem is too polluted. Mm-hmm. So it's
getting apparently in California now, they're not offering home insurance to rural houses because of the climate change hazard in forest fires.
Really?
Yeah. So eventually they're not offering new policies. So people who had them are fine. So now people aren't allowed to move there unless they don't want to insure their house. So eventually what's going to happen is they funnel everybody into the city, and then they pull out the 15-minute city laws and funnel everybody into their little quadrants.
That's messed up.
Yeah, and it has a lot to do with exactly what you're talking about there. Pollute everything, make everything uninhabitable, kind of like people are saying the arson in the Canadian forest fires.
Yep.
Make everything uninhabitable unless you are in the city where we can protect you and everything's fine. Then we can surveil you 24/7. We can make sure that we track your debit card and everything you spend it on.
Get you in a 15-minute city.
Get you into the 15-minute city and make sure that you can't drive a car anymore because of emissions.
Yeah. Well, in Quebec, we played that video of all of Quebec lighting up at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. And, now Justin Trudeau is going out spreading misinformation saying, like these are the worst forest fires we've ever had and they're due to the climate crisis. It's like not only are they not the worst fires we've ever had or even close, but forest fires have been going down over the last like 20 years. If you look at the last 40 years, our worst fires were like 35 years ago or something like that, like the worst ones. And then there was like another couple bad ones. I think they got like a little worse. And then for the last like at least 20 years, they've only been going down, showing a downward trend. So for him to say that these are the worst and they're caused by the climate crisis it's just bullshit. And it's
very
easily
bullshit,
disproven with simple stats. And that's our leader telling us that. So that alone, like, to me is just like, why is he saying that? You know, it's like, it's just so obvious that there's an agenda that they're trying to push.
For control.
Yeah. Like
if you look into some theories that go for that we're coming out of an ice age right now. And it's kind of obvious if you look around, like we used to have 6 feet of snow on the side of the road, right?
When I was a kid, we used to get snowed
just in
our
our
house.
lifetimes.
Yep.
And now we're everything's melting. The Arctic ice is melting, and it's a fluctuation through an ice age. Is a really obvious explanation for it. Or we could sit here and say climate change. Our industrial revolution fucked everything. And to what extent? I'm not saying that's not true. That's definitely true. But to what extent? To what percentage of the whole is being affected by that? Is the debate, and that's the debate that no one really wants to sit around and talk about.
I don't think the real numbers are necessarily in on a lot of these things. Like, you know, you ask someone, okay, you ask the climate experts, you know, where we're going to be in 10 years, and they'll give you a, you know, oh, maybe here, maybe here. Well, if we stop eating meat, get rid of all the cows, how will that change us in the next 10 years? Oh, well, we don't know.
You remember that Al Gore movie, An Inconvenient Truth?
It's like, was that his first documentary on the
it was
climate
like
change
2005 or something
back
like
then.
that.
Yeah, probably one of the first ones.
And apparently they predicted that the world would be like over by now. Greta Thunberg thought that the world would be over by now.
I mean, anyone
no
who thought
what,
that Greta Thunberg knew what she was talking about.
She came out on the news again today, shaking hands with Zelensky in Ukraine.
What?
It's like, what does this do? We sent him $6+ billion, and this is what he's doing. This is the important shit that this guy's ruling an entire country that apparently is really important. We got to care about this and kill a bunch of people over its existence.
In order to save the climate, you have to get vaccinated,
and you got to shake fucking
Ukraine.
hands. You got to shake hands with an
Ukraine.
autistic fucking teenager.
Sasha says forest fires are pretty bad, but the jokes about German sausage are the worst.
Oh,
what's the?
There we go. Beautiful, beautifully done. All right, let's watch a video about a bunch of feds getting unmasked on number 3 there, Andrew.
Sounds fun.
So this is a big protest. I'll let you just listen. They're kind of going off here, yelling back and forth at each other. You're goddamn racist, bitch.
Oh, I saw this video. This is awesome.
So these are.
Do they get unmasked, or
they're agent provocateurs?
They're trying to make the whole movement look racist.
Yeah, well, obviously they're trying to provoke them into a violent situation where they can then quell the whole situation with police.
Well, not just that. You'll hear them. They're calling them racist. So this is like a MAGA thing, and now these guys showed up and tried to make it like more of a racist thing, and they're like, no, get the fuck out of here, you racist. I saw.
It's so telling. If you watch here, all of a sudden they start hiding behind the police, and they're like, "Oh,
yeah."
These
and
are
these
our
feds
friends.
a couple of them get knocked around pretty
Knocked
fucking.
the
That
fuck
guy.
out
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Still, if you got to wear a mask to get your point across, you are a little bitch.
Absolutely. If you can't stand for what you believe in with your face shown, then I mean, maybe you shouldn't be believing in that.
So they get punched around a few times. They get backed the fuck up. And then all of a sudden, boom, the cops come in like, hey, you get away from my buddies here. And watch how scared they get when they get their mask pulled off. Whoop. No, no.
I
He's
never
like
saw
20
this part
years
of the video.
old. No, don't see my face. Oh, I've been doing something wrong.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, right.
And so that's the best part. They keep calling them racist, right? So they tried to steer the movement. They tried to make it a racist thing when it clearly was not.
So that police can come in and shut it all down, calling this
or just so the media can say that, right?
Yeah. So that Biden can come back out and say white supremacy is the biggest threat to American democracy.
Yeah, and then the media will come out and be like, look, there was a mega protest and everyone there was racist. They had a racist narrative, and turns out it was all those guys. So
Yeah,
You know,
and that's exactly what you see at a lot of places, just like the January 6th. These are agent provocateurs.
Even the Freedom Convoy.
Hired by the government.
Luch and Dom were talking about how they, like the one guy admitted to Dom that he was undercover, and he's like, sorry, we're trying to get you. And like, he actually fell in love with the movement. It was like, well, the way Dom made it sound, it's like it's a story that belongs in a movie. But like, you know, he like switched sides. But like, yeah, no, they talked about like dealing with that all the time. There was always people that were trying to make it more of an extreme movement, tried to make it racist, tried to make it violent, and they always kicked those guys out. And they always thought that those guys were like the feds, basically.
Yeah.
The undercover RCMP.
Yeah. Just provoking everybody to poke a beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can't be that hard, honestly.
No, man, because if you think about it, everybody wants money. Imagine if someone paid you $100,000 to, you know, go do what they wanted you to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things you'd probably do for that money, you know? And then if they made it $1 million.
Yeah.
I
Just
mean,
the fact that they were so scared to have their face shown showed that they know they're doing something wrong. No, I can't be seen.
Yeah.
Like, why are you there then? If you can't be seen doing what you're doing, get the fuck home.
Yep. Okay, I got this this video for you. It's just a normal lacrosse game.
All right.
I have to play my own music over it because I don't want to get flagged.
Well, just mute it.
I did mute it. Just a normal lacrosse game.
Oh, it's illegal. It's checking from behind. Fuck you. I always wondered why they didn't just two-hand people in the face with those sticks.
It happens.
Bunch of bitches.
In hockey, when it hits the ground, it's over, right? But
it's over in lacrosse.
Yeah. No. It is actually the best part.
They can just get up way faster. And
boom!
that
Clip
never
some,
happens.
clip some. Boom!
Either way, let go of the jerseys, you little pussies. I get it in hockey because you're going to fall down. You got to grab the jersey, but... Oh, yeah, give me the belt. I can pull your shirt fucking down real hard.
Yeah. Typical lacrosse match.
Yeah. No, my dad used to play lacrosse growing up. I saw a bunch of silly fights. Oh, you just cut my mic off.
No, your mic is still on.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear shit.
Oh.
Oh, well, good pod.
Well, you're still live. Don't worry. Yeah. There must be a technical
All right, let's
difficulty.
Keep it going. So let's go to number 5 on mine. You want to see a sneak peek of Zuck and Musk giving her shit?
Oh yeah.
Those guys actually give her shit. I need to buy tickets today for this one.
See if Andrew fixed these.
Go ahead.
Time. Oh, here we go.
Jesus Christ. What do you think? Do you think this fight's even gonna? He's
messing with mine now. Oh, sorry.
I like how he's wearing his Oculus shit. That was Gustafson to Shara like 5 years ago.
I saw one where they actually like superimposed the faces on, like did a deep fake. That one was pretty cool. But I actually have a better version of how things are going to go down.
Why's the green button on over there?
I don't know what that is. Can you hear now? Check.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. I don't know what the hell that green button does. I didn't mean to press it.
Too many buttons over there.
Too many buttons. Got these sausage fingers.
Cock sucking sake here.
So
oh, you already read that one. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Andrew, the last thing I sent the podcast in the Discord. Yeah, here we go.
And then we'll try our new segment.
This is actually how it's going to go, though. This is more realistic.
Here's a look at
that was real, dude.
This is more real.
Elon sends in a rocket, which is blocked by John Jones. Mark sends in a lizard person, which is countered by GSP. Mark then turns into his lizard form, which causes Elon to turn to his robot form. Elon fires a rocket, but Lizard Mark has regeneration, so it doesn't affect him. Mark then rips apart Elon from his robot form, which causes a SpaceX satellite to send down a SpaceX combat suit. Elon then removes Mark's arm and then absolutely roasts him. Referee Joe Rogan will then stop the match, but the egg eggs that were inside of Mark were heated up from the fire blast, which then caused the eggs to hatch. The SpaceX satellites will then launch more robots, starting a lizard robot war, which will destroy the entire planet.
Basically,
If we let this fight happen, that's
Right.
what we're done. We're doomed.
people are saying it could be at UFC 300.
Oh, I hope not.
To play
Dana
that.
White seems so serious about this. That is
He
weird
does,
to me,
and not
man.
only that, but 2-3 weeks ago, he was like, "We don't do gimmick fights," like talking about the Jake Paul and Nate Diaz and all this stuff. We do serious fights here. We don't do gimmick fights.
I know.
And then this week, he's like, "Oh, this is going to be the biggest fucking turnout that you've ever seen."
So that that promotion Fight Circus is trying to hijack this hype, and they're like, they've been taking Dana and everyone, UFC. They're like, you always said you don't do gimmick fights. Let us save your legacy. Let us put this on. But let's co-promote. You put it on, but put it on through us, so it saves your name. And UFC also said they'd never co-promote. So and they haven't.
But they
that's
did.
something that
they co-promoted with the Floyd Mayweather one. Yeah.
Yep, that was like the only one they've ever done that with. But it was worth the money, I guess. You know, like
That's just it. If it's worth the money, he'll do anything.
So-
no matter what he says. That's why I'm just so tired of hearing him at these press conferences going like, "Yeah, man, like he's a snake in the grass. He's gonna say whatever it takes to get people to spend money." And people sit there and go, "Did you hear what Dana said last week?" Like, doesn't matter what he said. None of that is real.
the thing is, when it comes to Elon and Zuckerberg, I thought it was all just a joke. I thought they're just joking online.
No,
And
Elon's way into it.
Dana, is the only one that legitimizes that in this case. When Dana says, "Oh, they're serious. No, we're gonna try to put," it's like, holy fuck, they actually might.
We'll see.
But Dana's the only
So-
one that's gonna make me think that fight is gonna happen. No one else is gonna legitimize that fight for me.
So check this out. I think it was yesterday was Elon Musk's 52nd birthday. And people are asking, "What are you doing?" And you saw a tweet, "No cake. I'm preparing for the cage fight."
And GSP offered to train him.
Right? Oh, that was before or after that, I think. But yeah, no cake for him. I'm preparing for the cage fight. So he, even if it is a troll, he's playing into it. And I haven't heard Zuck say shit all.
Well,
He's
GSP
like
offered his
half of his
services.
size.
He said, "Okay." Who offered to train Zuck?
Jones.
He actually did?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's just everyone got out on Twitter last week and was like, "I'm Team Zuck."
Well, that's
right?
just it. If it ever does happen, Jones is going to make a lot of money, like training Zuck, and GSP will make a lot of money training Elon.
Right.
That's just an opportunity for them. That's all it is, to make some money.
Exactly. We'll see. As it is, Elon is much fucking bigger, much stronger.
But not nearly in as good a shape, I would say. He's kind of
that can change. All you need is a
fat old
camp.
man.
All you need is a camp.
At
to get
that
into
age,
shape.
though, you can't really. Well, they'll
and
probably be allowed
having
to.
as much money and steroids. And
I hope there's no
everything as
drug
you could
tests.
ever
Just do whatever
No,
you want.
There would never be drug tests.
I want Mark Zuckerberg to get on the juice.
He'd have to.
Yeah.
Right? He just does jujitsu, and he's only just started jujitsu in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Right? Elon went and
And he got
trained
choked
with,
unconscious in his last bout.
in one, yeah. Yeah. Apparently he was gurgling, and the ref stopped it, and he's like, "Oh, I was just having a hard time breathing. I wasn't out."
Yeah.
And Buddy was like, "You're snoring."
Yeah.
Right. Good for him. Good for them both. That's awesome that they're both doing that. Should we? You got one more? Let's do one more.
We got a good 12 minutes left. We got lots of time.
No, I mean before we try our new segment.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Play Morning Walk, Andrew, please. Yeah, there we go. This is me every time I walk down the street.
I can take on everyone in this neighborhood, like this guy over here. One flying knee over that fence and I'll drop him cold. He deserves it for wearing a purple shirt. If this girl saw my leg kicks, she'd want me instead. Who the fuck is this weirdo? I should throw an elbow just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know that real happiness comes from having a good switch kick.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I've seen this guy. He does a lot of good green screen skits.
They call him like the Muay Thai guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does these green screen skits where he fights aliens or something like that.
He also does one where he when he's in the kitchen, he's closing all the cupboards with his
hands,
Muay Thai moves, and or he goes into the office and he's just talking about, "Oh, I should leg kick Greg.
I could probably leg kick
I
Greg."
could probably leg kick Greg.
What do you think that is, Australian?
That's Australian.
Oh, okay.
Might be New Zealand, but I'm pretty sure that's Australian. When you went to Thailand, to train. Did you train with a lot of Australians? Because it's not that far from Australia.
Yeah,
so
no,
I think
Thailand is like Mexico to us is Thailand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is Thailand to Australia, yeah. It's like a 4-hour flight, something like that. So there's tons of Australians everywhere.
Okay, before we get into our final segment in the last 10 minutes, let me fit this in. It's called Crazy Patent. If you go down there, right there. Tell me what you think about this.
You are looking at one of the strangest patents in the entire U.S. patent system. Patent number 2006-0014.
I looked this up. It's a real patent.
Walking through walls training system. This patent refers to a unique process, a training system that enables a human being to acquire sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of a dimension so that it may pass through solid objects. This is very real and was used by the U.S. Army at one point. You are looking at
Okay.
I love how they have a clip of
and then
men who stare at goats in the background as well. That's where that footage came from.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of I don't know. They go over that. They make fun of that in the movie a bit. I think Buddy like runs into the wall or something trying to go through it.
Right. I've heard that was all a psyop to try to get Russia to spend money, kind of like the moon landing. The Men Who Stare at Goats was a real program in the military, but they did it so that spies would see it and take it back to Russia and be like, they're actually telepathically talking to goats.
Did the government come out and say that?
No. But that's one theory I've heard from people, and it makes sense. Kind of like the moon landing, they fake that so that people would spend a ton of money on this, and all of a sudden you don't have money to buy bullets for your armies.
Yeah, because it was like a race to the moon. But at the same time, if they faked it, like the whole world was watching though. Like that's a
Go
whole
look at the
nother story.
footage, dude. It's fake as shit.
Oh, their excuse for that is that they filmed fake footage in case it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And they played that just in case, right? They played that just in case, but no, it did work out.
My scientific brain's already figured out the truth to this matter.
I know, the earth is flat.
And the earth is flat. Thank you very much.
That's funny. All right, so we got the new segment, Are They Dead?
Oh, thank you for the enthusiasm and all that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new segment we're trying to roll out for everyone. It is called Are You Dead? And we just got flooded again with the goddamn music. All right, so basically we play you a video and everybody sits here and votes, did they die or not?
See, I didn't know exactly what to call it. So what's it called? Are You Dead?
Did they die?
Did they? Okay, so you didn't even intro. Right. Okay, so a totally new segment called Did They Die?
Is just a feeler here. Just go top to bottom. Who cares? All right, ladies and gentlemen, did they die?
Oh, yeah, I see this.
They smacked a
and then it blows.
That guy's like,
That's crazy footage, man.
This guy like jumped out.
Were they trying to stunt? Were they trying to like jump on the other plane?
No. Well, maybe, but I think it was just a fuck up. Either way, let's watch it maybe one more time, see what they're doing here. I don't think anyone meant to do that. No! I don't think the pilot had a parachute.
Holy fuck.
Like, do you think pilots go up there with parachutes in case this shit happens?
Yes. It's like
really?
Yeah, there's life jackets for the captain on a boat.
Yeah, but that's a little different. Like
no, there's they might not be on him.
Captain goes down with the ship, mate.
Yeah, I don't think there's an eject button on those planes. Like
pilot goes down with the plane.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that situation, but like,
the
thing is, once it starts going down, once he got out of his seatbelt, he would start flying around. Like,
all right, guys, if you're sitting at home, give us a comment. Did he die?
If he actually in zero gravity was able to like get his parachute and go out the side, then yeah.
Well,
but I don't think he could strap on a parachute quick enough.
If he even had one.
I think if you're flying a charter plane, like you go down with it.
Yeah, that's the rules, just like the Navy. You sit there, you salute, and you sink.
Only the military pilots get eject buttons.
Yeah, fighter jets, right? Yeah,
well,
and even then, like fighter jets are designed with the nose curved. In case you pass out, You don't want to go laterally into your friend that's flying beside you. If you pass out, your plane goes straight down and you die.
But at least they have eject buttons because the pilots, not everyone can be a pilot and be trained to be one. So like pilots are very important to them. They're more important than those multi-million-dollar ships or planes or jets.
But still, if you're going like Mach whatever and you hit the eject button, you think you're going to live through that ejection? I think you got to be at like a safe speed or something.
If you're going the speed of sound, I don't know.
Clearly, we are two scientists debating literal science here. And we just want to know, did they die?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
The pilots probably did in that.
That's just it. Scary. Oh, let's go to the next one here.
We should actually find out if they died before we play these.
That's a good. Yeah. All right.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, this guy's fucked. He didn't die, but he.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't think he got knocked out.
I don't know.
Unless he hit the back of his head on the fucking dock.
Dude, if I fell in the water there even without hitting my head, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm
just
gonna
kill
die.
me now." Yeah, it's so dirty
is
and
the
nasty.
creepiest fucking yeah.
Oh, dude, what an idiot!
My vote is for no. He did not die here.
No. What do you think, Andrew? Did he die? No, that's not a
No. He didn't die. That's where we could have the yay. He didn't die, and the womp womp when he does die.
Which one's the womp womp?
I don't know.
That one. Okay.
Poor guy.
So we got another one.
Let's see if this one. Ready? Did they die?
We gotta
Everyone
get it.
at home. So just another day in the office.
Is there someone up on that?
No, I think the wind just caught.
Oh.
It took 2 cars out with it.
That's a thick thing. Oh.
That one
Damn.
and the white car.
I gotta see that one more time.
Yeah, let's see it.
What's that thing? Oh, yeah. They didn't even see it coming.
Boom.
Yeah, the one in the middle. They might be dead, unfortunately.
Womp, womp, womp.
Jesus.
You're supposed to hit the womp womp.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh, shucks, guys. I don't think they made it.
I don't think so.
Those aren't Did They Dies. Those are news
I got a
articles.
Did They Die I can add.
Where? Are the dead?
Are the dead. That one's actually not a video. It's just a stupid story about this woman who died
really?
and then woke up at her funeral and was knocking on her fucking... They had her casket or
Okay.
coffin there. She knocked on it. Fortunately, like I said, no video, but...
If you go...
They brought her back to the hospital. She died like later on, but she actually came back to life at her own funeral.
So she did die. If you go to the Instagram messages there, Andrew.
The last one that I sent.
Oh, go
Or
ahead.
are you playing your own? Sorry.
No, this is still Did They Die.
Yeah, this is still Did They Die.
Let's see here. Go up 3.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, let's try it. Literally any of these around this are a part of it. I just didn't think we needed some.
Yeah. Oh my God. She didn't die. Someone saved her, but oh my God.
You don't think she died?
If I did that, I would die.
If there weren't a bunch of people to pull her out of the pool, she probably died. Let's give her a cheer then. She didn't die.
Yeah, no,
just she lived.
I do have one.
Oh,
that I
wait.
can share.
Go back. One
All
more.
right.
The balloon. Oh, we just missed it. Right there. Yeah. Let me tell you, ask if you would survive this or not.
Oh, no.
Some genius decides to put their kid in a bubble.
Yeah.
Thinking that,
Bubble boy.
the bubble is safe, right? And this like hurricane comes out of nowhere and takes him away.
Oh, shit.
The kid's trying to get out. I don't like this.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
Boom. There's no padding in that bubble.
That's
I know it
brutal.
looks like it's nice and fucking padded and all that, but you hit the ground all the same.
That's terrible.
Did they die, Jared?
They died.
Okay, womp womp. Yeah.
We just posted a video of a kid dying. Sorry, everybody.
But it's a question mark. You know, this is science. You got to ask the hard-hitting questions. So
Yeah,
what do
that
you
last one there.
What do you want to end us off with? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a hard-hitting news. Oh dear.
They must be throwing bottles at each other or something.
Oh, I thought he hit him in the head.
He did.
Oh, dear.
I don't know if that was a rock or what. Did he die?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he died.
Do you have any more?
Yeah, there's a few more on mine if you want to
totally.
sneak one in. If you go back to my Instagram there, go up, up, up. Literally any of these that we haven't. Yeah, go ahead, play that. So this already looks like a bad move, hey?
Oh, what's...
Like, I don't want to go out onto that thing. Let alone in a 5-ton vehicle.
In a vehicle?
Here.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Yeah, they're dead.
Everyone's going, oh, no.
I already know, they're dead.
He's like, just punch it. We'll get out of here.
Oh, no.
Oh! You're upside down in the car. So did they die? Let's ask Andrew. Let's ask Andrew. Give him his mic. Did they die, Andrew?
How deep is the river?
Oh, dude, that looked deep. If it wasn't that deep, you could just drive through
it's
it, right?
clearly flooded.
Oh, my God. There's a good chance that he could have.
And there you have it, folks.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think? He died? Yeah? All right.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Let us know if this new segment is too morbid or not. Either way, I think that's a good one. If you really want to play one more. I don't know. Oh, that's the one where the shark eats a guy. I don't know if we want to watch this.
That guy did die.
He certainly died. His legs went up in the air and
This
everything.
one?
No, that's just a shark swimming under. You go up, up, up. Those aren't funny. When people actually die, it's not very funny.
No, it has to.
Road Rage in
has to be
Memphis.
questionable.
Yeah, let's try that one. Road Rage in Memphis. It needs to be questionable. I don't want to actually like.
Oh, she jumped right in. Oh.
It's a baby in that motherfucker.
Oh, what?
Oh, my God.
Oh, I hope the baby's okay.
Yeah, that wasn't. I guess you could call that road rage, but
You think
what
that's a
the
couple
fuck?
that just like fought?
I don't know. It could be anything.
Jesus.
That could be John Wick trying to save his fucking his dog's life or something, right? You never know.
Okay, I got one last one for.
Did they die?
Next time I'll be more prepared. But here we go.
What are we doing? Where'd you send it?
Send it to Instagram.
Oh, okay. Let's go check out Jared's Instagram real quick. Oh, yeah. No, they died.
Or he's in a deep coma.
Or he's about to die.
There's a memorial bench for that motherfucker.
Oh my God.
That's so bad.
We're just putting a cross up
Boom.
on the handrail there. Did they die?
Oh crap! But man, that was funny though.
Tee. Was that your Instagram thing? Go to Jared's Instagram.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh,
that was
quick for you to pull that up so fast. Nice.
Oh, I just had to look through like the crap me and my friends always send each other. I'm like, I'm sure I could pull a couple of these out of my ass quick.
So that was our newest segment. Did they die?
I think we should do the last 15 minutes and just come up with a bunch of that stuff.
We'll come back to the table with some more ideas here.
Cass said no, they didn't die. I don't know which one.
None
that
of
was
them.
for
None of
anymore.
them died according to her.
Actually died.
Yeah. All right. I think that was a good episode. On behalf of Andrew and Jer, I think we're signing it off here.
Hell
if
yeah! I
there's
had a
nothing
great
else
time.
you guys want to add to the mix here.
No, stay tuned for more new segments, and
Yeah.
we're always changing it up.
Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the product. We really appreciate your patronage. We'll see you again next week at 7. Like I said, on behalf of Andrew and Jer, I am Alex Price, and this has been the Crowded Room Podcast.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Serenading in the moonlight. I look to the fucking sky 'cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes really go running high, that we don't wanna lie when the union arises. Streetlight shining, you know my time's arriving. Out when it's dark 'cause we midnight vibing, midnight driving, cruising by flying, living so fast, never think about dying. Bones up in the dark and we hang out with the the Batman scars on my knuckles, cause we fucking with the wolf gang. Switchblade shining, that bright winding stars in my eyes when the moonlight shines in. Murder rap on my first track, killing shit cause I've been begging. Suicide on the second, I don't care, just accept it. Knife swipe and get doomed, switchblade coming soon. Chills on your spine when we hide up to the fucking moon. Still shut bright, frostbite, make it eyes one, shut down, slice with the rocks. Blood on my fist, knife test my wrist, moonshine on the blade, just cruising through the mist. Middle of the midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes where to go, running high, there'll be no one alive when the union arrives. And it'll be the midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes better go running high, there'll be no one alive when the union arrives. And it'll be the midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes better go running high, there'll be no one alive when the union arrives. And